Okay, so the developer notes for season 2 and the balance adjustments for season 2 is out. So let's go and take a little quick gander at that. As we conclude season 1 and prepare for the launch of season 2, CZN development team is gearing up for a new leap forward. And the save data storage rule adjustment. Okay, so this is very important. We didn't know how save data was kind of like accurately calculated. So let's see what they had to say. We have identified the current calculation method for frame memories include several unintuitive elements that have caused inconvenience for Protos. And since the disclosure of the storage rule, some improvement have been made, such as allowing frame memories to be checked during chaos runs. However, we determined that these adjustment loans were not sufficient to resolve the underlying issues. Okay. Changes to background direction. Okay. Under the previous rules, the value of save data could vary even when the final result was the same, depending on the specific gameplay path taken. As a result, a form of optimal play emerged even when entering chaos, dictating that the exact order and methods by which elements needed to be acquired. In this environment, unexpected experiences often become sources of calculation-driven stress rather than enjoyment. I've dealt with this multiple times. Save data value will be calculated based on additional elements acquired beyond a base save data consisting of 8 cards. Okay. Divine Epiphanies will continue to be calculated at 20 points, unchanged from before. Monster cards are categorized from common, so it's 20, 50, and 80 now instead of I think 40 for monster cards. Points awarded for a card duplication from 0, 10, 30 points to 0, 0, 40. Okay, so that means that when you copy a card once or twice, there's no cost for it to be once or twice, but the third one is 40 points. Okay. Removing cards. Each removed starting card is valued at 20 points. Transforming cards is treated as removal. Okay. So now when you remove one of your base cards, it's going to be 20 points for removal. Limits will be added to removal and duplication. Per se data, duplication is limited to a maximum of 4 times, and removal is limited to a maximum of 5 times. Okay. Okay. Balance adjustments. Okay, yeah. So these two are the ones that they're saying that was going to get reworked. Tressa and Cassius. Let's go through the Tressa thing. Designated Shadow Dagger unleashed while applying the continuous effect Agony. However, the heads-up display info was difficult to intuitively understand how the effect was actually functioning. With this system, you will improve readability by reworking how Agony operates, making its behavior more intuitive, and allowing Tressa to utilize Agony in a new way. Okay. Agony is applied as a new debuff to the target each time Agony is inflicted. Yeah, when you apply Agony, it'll count as like 1 stack, and it'll just be a different, like a 1 stack of Agony, like multiple times, and then the Agony deals damage and reduces stack by 1. So now it's going to be the Agony stacks is going to be in 1 single big stack, and then at the end of the turn, base is going to deal damage based on the number of Agony stacks, and then reduce the entire stack by half. So this, I don't know how I feel about this one. At the end of the turn, deals equal to 50% that deals 50 minutes the amount of Agony. On effect activation, decrease Agony stacks by half, max 20 stacks. Oh, so you can only have a maximum of 20 stacks of Agony, and then it reduces by half to 10. And then if you don't have any more, if you don't put any more Agony, it'll reduce it from 10 to 5, and so on and so forth. So basically, the monster will, once you like put in a stack of Agony, it should basically always have Agony on them. But it capping it at 20 stacks, Kind of a bummer, honestly. But I think it's needed because if we kept on going like this, Tressa and Cassius was kind of like take over the meta, right? Let's see here. Advanced Shadow Dagger. This is the 1-cost card that like makes like you can retain and retrieve it. So you deal agony 2x2, and then get it again and deal it again. So it's gonna cost 0 now. 2 agony, 50% damage, plus 10% damage for each agony on the target. Okay. Oh, they nerfed this Crate 2 Shadow Daggers. Increased the agony effect from 3, so they nerfed it to 2. Shadow Reload right here. Yeah, this one was one of the worst ones because of the high cost. But now that it costs 1, maybe it's good again? It costs 1 now. And this is the one where it takes all your Shadow Daggers, exhausts them, and then, yeah, deals 2 agony to everything. So this is the AoE one. I'm not sure if this is still going to be used, though, because against bosses, it's not really that useful because there's only one boss, right? Costs is a skill. Costs 1 heal 100, create 2 advanced shadow. But this is cost 0 now, so this is pretty good. But also, it's only 1 advanced shadow dagger now. Shadow Reload. Cost X skill heal, and then creates X amount of shadow. Yeah. I never really liked this one right here. Shadow Reload costs 1. Initiation, when he healed by skill card, create. This one was the busted one right here. Exhaust all shadow daggers, then create advanced shadow daggers. Oh, so they removed the they removed the heal one, which is unfortunate because that one was so good. So exhaust all shadow daggers and then create advanced shadow dagger for each exhaust. Let's see. Okay. That's unfortunate. Discard all cards. Create shadow daggers equal to that amount of cards. So this is exhaust twice now. Discard cards. Create shadow numbers. Okay. Vital attack cost 2. 2 to 6 agony. 50% damage agony for 1 turn. 2 to 6 agony. Curse Gouge costs 1 skill, 2 agony, 1 weaken. Activates a unit's agony applied to the. Okay, this one was gonna be. This I think this one's good right here. The Curse Gouge right here. Activate this unit's agony applied to the target. So this could potentially just burst the monster down right here because let's see, you had 20 agony. You use this one. You activate the 20 agony. It'll still be at 20 agony, right? Or would it not be at 20 agony anymore? I think it'll be at 10 now. Not sure. Unfortunate that they removed the heal one though. The heal one was so good. Okay, now Cassius right here. Cassius right here. When the conditions are met, get this quest card as a reward. 80% fixed healing 3 times per turn. So you can only you can only get 3 quests per turn now, which is unfortunate. So you can't keep on stacking or doing quests anymore, or like infinite amount of quests. Because when playing Cassius, you usually do about like maybe like if you're popping off on Cassius, you can do like 5 to 7 quests per turn. But this one they caps it at 3, which is unfortunate. 000. Plus 40% for each attack card used this turn, and max 4 times. So this is a direct nerf to the Cassius Tressa because Tressa could stack 0 cost cards like nothing. All right, then if you keep on regenerating the Tressa cards with the heal, that's probably why they moved the heal on Tressa too. She can just keep on stacking this up to like a lot. So now that they kept that at 4, it's kind of dead now. Empowered triple, yeah, same thing right here. So it increases the 111 right here. It does 150 damage and heals 150 now, up by 60%. That's a big boost right here. Empowered triple to 200 now. Wow, that's a lot. Full house cost 0. So full house is the quest where you use a card from each combatant. Increase the stress of a random ally by 2. This is going to be very, very useful for kind of like a Cassius solo supporter, because one of the biggest problems that I had with Cassius was that not that he didn't heal enough. Oh, actually, yeah, he didn't heal enough, but also when like we went into the mind break mode, it was just really hard to kind of get back up to healing or get back up to like a safe point because of the amount of healing that we did. But this one should this one should help with not being mind broken too much. Reduce morale for 1 turn. Okay. Reduce morale for 1 turn. Okay. Unique Epiphany. Reduce morale to 300 to all enemies. Reduce morale for 1 turn. Okay. Maximum 5. So this is a cost 0. 80% damage amount for each completed quest. So this is only up to, this is kind of unfortunate here. This maxes out at 5 quests. So once you complete 5 quests, this doesn't get any damage boosts anymore. And then this changes to a unique, so you cannot copy it anymore. When you get this dice trick right here, costs you to upgrade unique. When using a quest card, heal 100% and deal 100% fixed damage to random enemies. So they put a I'm not sure if anybody was using this, honestly. Maybe they were, but they put the unique here so that you cannot copy it anymore. So if you were running Cassius, you could potentially run Cassius as a third person to Veronica for this unique. So Veronica has unique, Cassius has unique. It'll give you better chances at copying the third combatant's card or the third deck that you actually want to copy. So yeah, they put a hard cap on that, which is unfortunate. So all the same data that we have, if you want for like Cassius and Tressa, they will give you 3 copies of a new item called Faster Possibility. Consume currency is it allows you to designate a card that can receive a unique epiphany and directly select and apply the desired unique epiphany. So it basically goes in, like, you know, you're tutoring a card in your deck for any epiphany basically that you want. Pros who not only wish to continue developing and using one of the updated specifics can use the in-game growth reset feature. So I'm assuming this is only going to be only available to Cassius and Tressa. For a limited amount of time, you could kind of revert the things that you used on Tressa and Cassius and get all your things back that you used. Okay, so this is conditional damage. So damage dealt when attacking is fully blocked by shield will be increased. Okay. So this is for the counterattack right here. So basically this is for Magna. So Magna does a lot of shielding and also counterattack. So when she fully blocks an attack by the shield that she generates, her counterattack that she does will be a lot stronger. And this is for Nia right here, Decibel. Healing equal to the number of stacks will be added to default effect. Okay. So this used to be a ego, I think, a manifest. I forgot what you call it, but like an imprint, right? I believe they had to get this heal, but now that they're removing that, they're just gonna be putting the heal on there. Elasticity, and the effect is not triggered based on the number of stacks. Okay. G-Core, the decibel gain effect will be increased, and Soul Rep, an effect that grants elasticity, will be added. Okay. I don't really use Nia that much, so I don't know. I don't have anything to say about this. But I do know that she does cycle through the deck a lot. So Nia Cassius was definitely a core combo to have, because Nia and Cassius cycles through the deck so well. So maybe this will just help with the Cassius nerfs. Maybe this will help a little bit. Although I don't see any nerfs for the Cassius version of cycling through the deck. So maybe the cycling through the deck and this Nia combo would just be better. Ray, basic card potential. The critical hit chance effect will be changed to damage-based healing effect. Okay, so yeah, so you didn't use Ray a lot for like the critical chance because it doesn't make no like sense. So they changed it so that you just do damage and then heal, which is good. Snack time, healing capabilities will be increased. Nice. Orlea bust. Okay, the base. My Orlea is still level 1 because I haven't used her, so I don't know. I don't have anything to say about this. 1 basic attack and 2 basic skills. The change generate creation will be. The generate creations will be increased. Basic card potential. Okay. The effect values of creations will be increased. Okay, so this is pretty important right here, because so I know that the creation cards are her unique cards that she creates, right? And they do effects. I think they can heal you. They have all of them have retained, but they can heal you, damage, and all that stuff. But the effect values, which means the number values of these, will be increased, which is insane. And Will of Light reduced cost by 1. I don't know how much Will of Light is, whether it's 2 or 1. Saharu, Anchor Shot. Damage amount will be increased. Lift Anchor. The cost of Anchor Shot will no longer increase. This is important, right? Very, very important, because this means that she has more AP now. She has more AP, because what would happen is this was basically your turn. You lift Anchor, you draw your Anchor Shot, increases damage, and then your Anchor Shot's 3 or costs 3, and then that's it, right? That's your turn. But this one will allow you to have 1 more AP for something else. Maybe it'll have maybe this one AP if you're using it with Ray. Ray could use her Predatory Blade or Predator Blade or whatever. It gives you 40% morale for this Anchor Shot. Insane damage. Yuki. I didn't pull Yuki. I don't have Yuki, so it looks like she's just getting a bunch of damage increase and a single target focus based epiphany now for one of her things, which they said that they were going to do, so I'm glad to see that. Now, Chizuru. I do love playing Chizuru. Karmic Flame. Karmic Flame is the ability that marks them. So, the effect triggered when using on targets inflicted with curse shackles is enhanced. The cost of certain epiphanies will be reduced. So, okay, so does this mean that, like, instead of 1 stack, we're going to get, like, multiple stacks now on targets inflicted with curse shackles? Which will be great, because that just increases the amount of Shadow of the Moon stacks we get, right? Inhibit. It will become possible to gain AP through the user's cards and continuous effects. Okay, this is great, because it did not make sense to me, or it always like was such a sad little time when we would get epiphanies for Shadow of the Moon or Oni Hunter or whatever. Divine Epiphanies says AP plus 1, and we wouldn't be able to use it because of the inhibit, but now we'll be able to use it with Chizuru. Keep in mind that it says through the user's own cards, so you can't gain AP through other cards. However, you can get AP through her own cards. Oni Hunt. Damage increase effect will be enhanced, and the usability of low pick rate epiphanies will be improved. Okay. Yeah, so Oni Hunt. The only 2 good Oni hunts that was, or there was only 3 Oni hunts that was used. The one where it generated 2 Moonlight High Tides, I think. Yeah, on the bottom right there. 2 of those. The upgrade one where it gives you stacks at the start of the turn, and then the one where it attacks 3 times instead of 2, or 4 times instead of 3. Those are only 3 ones that was used. Shadow of the Moon. Damage amount will be increased. Amazing. Shadow of the Moon cards of the same pile will now stack even when they are in the graveyard or draw pile. Okay. What does this mean? Does this mean that if you have like a 2-stack Shadow of the Moon, somehow it gets discarded and then you make a two. Your next hand, you get 2 Shadow of the Moon cards, and make another 2 stack. That the 2 stacks will become a 4 stack. Moonlight of the High Tide, damage increased. Nice. Calipe, damage of upward slash when its potential is not applied will be increased. Nice. Vulture Ejection. Both damage my and shield gain of certain epiphanies will be increased. Overpower shield gain will be increased. Nice. Magna. Glacial Iron Fist. Damage will be increased and shield gain will be increased. Nice. Although, I wish they would do something about Magna's AP costs. Like, 2 costs for some of these, some of Magna's skills just seems too steep. Very, very steep. Because like that skill where it's like, for 1 turn, when you gain a shield, gain a counterattack, that for 2 costs seems kind of steep, because then you can't like really gain any more shields unless you have other cards that gives AP. And yeah, initiation will be added to selecting epiphany. So hunting instincts. One of the biggest drawbacks for Hugo was that the epiphanies for hunting instinct, there was only 1 that gave initiation, and this one, I believe, will fix that. So every single one of the epiphanies will get initiation now, so that's good. Rin, okay, I love using Rin, but sometimes she's hard to use. As the gain darkness stands for to certain epiphanies, good, because like this one, some of Rin's epiphanies, like, it has the keyword gain darkness stance at the bottom or at the very beginning of the card, and then some epiphanies will remove the gain darkness stance, so then it would kind of hinder Rin a lot by removing that keyword or the key phrase gain darkness stance. But now that they added this in, I think it'll be better now. Darkness Inner Art, increased damage, increased card hit count. Okay, nice. Asteria, cost 20% of the next attack card, 40% damage to the next attack card used with assigned command, and total all cards for the total cost of all cards in the hand. I see. I don't know who Asteria is. I know what Westmacott is. This is Yuki's partner, I believe. Cost 3, move 1 card from the hand to the draw pile, draw 1 assigned command. Cost 2 now, draw 2 assigned command cards. Very, very, very good change. Itsuku. This is Fierce Winds. I believe this is Chizuru's partner. Cost 4, deal 200 damage to all wins. Yeah, cost 3 now. Cost 3. Yeah, cost 4 was way too steep for this card right here, or for this partner. And now for sets. Okay, when hitting 2 times with attack card, plus 10 damage void to cards for 1 turn, twice 2 turns, plus 30. Now I think this was because like this wouldn't give you the damage boost until after you hit twice, but now this one gives you the 30% damage boost right at the get-go, so that your 2 initial hits will get the plus 30% damage boost as well, which is great. Instinctual Grow, when there are 4 or more cards in the hand, when there are 3 or more cards in the hand. Okay. Spark of Passion, when an upgrade card is used, increase damage amount of the next 5 passion cards by 20%. So this one was like okay, and not really though, because Veronica would be using this because she's always using upgrade cards and she does passion. But now when an upgrade card is used, increase damage by 20 cards by 20%. So her own ballista is gonna get 20% damage boost. Max stack 1. That's fine. Brain Blocking Helmet. When you draw a card via an ability, gain a 40 shield. When you draw a card via an ability, gain a fixed shield 45 times per turn. Okay. Psionic, on card exhaust, gain 30% fixed shield. Okay, so this just gives you more shield right here. Wanderer of the Void. Okay, so nice. This one is exhaust now. So once you use this, it's out of your deck after you use it. That's great. Tackle initiation, increased damage granted by shields, increase. So this is just a straight up damage boost to shielders. Deal 2 impaired damage to all. Cost 3, retrieve, exhaust. Deal 3 impaired damage to all. Nice. So what impaired does is it gives you like a damage boost against them. So 60%, I think it's 60% damage boost. And then you also get it another time. So this is acid gas is kind of good actually. Haste, exhaust 2, draw 1, increase action. Okay, so rally is really good now. Nice. This is all the monster cards right here. And it looks like they have their rarity adjusted right here. 7 arms. Yeah, so this is what they're going towards, where like the monster cards will be or have like their rarity changed. And then the cost of putting it inside your deck will be based on the rarity. Because before I believe they're all like the same tier with at 40, I believe. From the draw pile, choose 1 card to exhaust. From the draw pile, choose 1 card to draw. Duplicate that card 1 time. I have never seen this before. Apply retreat to that card. Okay. Okay. So very interesting balance patch. I am excited to test out the Chizuru buzz because I do play a lot of Chizuru. But yeah, all in all, I'm looking forward to it. All right, and that is the season 2 balance adjustment notes. Peace.